So this is where selling cheap cars can really hurt you. 2006 Nissan Micra we sold it because the mileage wasn't too high and it was in really good condition, and they tend to be mechanically sound. Really shouldn't retail a car of this age as a general rule. Our battery's off at the moment, but like I say, these are tough little cars, but it didn't go in our favour this time. The customers had it for a month and a half and the slave cylinder's gone on the clutch. We can tell that because he started to struggle to get gear, and when we got it up on the ramp we could see there was fluid leaking out the bell housing, because this unfortunately is what's known as a concentric slave cylinder, where some genius decide the slave cylinder should live inside the gearbox. On older cars it's on the outside of the gearbox, so you literally, it's just half an hour to swap it on the outside, but because it's inside the gearbox we have to drop the gearbox out and do it that way. Customer has said to me that if we find the clutch is quite worn as well, I'd like to change at the same time, which, as we're in there anyway, we'd just charge them the cost of the clutch. But at the same time as we started that, we've had a call from another customer who bought a car from us 3 months ago, a 2013 Volkswagen Caddy, and they've just had the RAC out and diagnosed as their slave cylinder's gone. So you have nothing warranty claims for ages, and then you get 2 in a row, which means we must be due a third one very, very soon. So that customer's on their way in as well. We're going to give them a loan car. Luckily on theirs, I believe the clutch slave cylinder is external, so it shouldn't take us too long to turn that around from them. We'll give them the loan car, get them back on the road right away, which is the advantage of doing a lot of the work in-house yourself. It's a quicker turnaround, but reality is if you sell stuff like I sell, so the obviously Caddy is what, 12 years old, and that is, oh my god, how old is that? 2006, bloody old, isn't it? So if you're going to sell stuff like that, you will occasionally have to do warranty repairs on them, but the beauty is the older stuff, it is simpler to work on. Now I'm whinging about getting the gearbox out of that one, but at least we've got to drop no subframe out of it. It will be relatively easy to get the gearbox out, and we can do that in-house. Well, we've got the gearbox out of the Micra, and that slave is working fine. Yeah, killed him now. I'll probably replace it anyway just for safety, but he wasn't leaking at all. There was no fluid out of that. The clutch is dry. We haven't got a load of clutch fluid in the bell housing, so I'm not entirely sure what our customer has experienced, unless the master cylinder is bad. But I did drive this around and test it several times. I just didn't get anything issue-wise with the clutch. Not sure what we do from here really. Like I say, we'll get the clutch off, just double check the clutch condition while we got it out, because the customer wants a clutch in there, might as well do it. And yeah, take it from there really, I guess. So we've got the clutch plate out of the Micra, and that is dry as a bone. And we're nowhere near the rivets really. I think I just need to get hold of the customer and see if they wanted to put a clutch in anyway while we're in there, and we've got the box out. So the customer does want a new clutch while we're in there, so we're going to hop on to our Autodoc app and we are going to track down how much one's going to cost. So we put the registration of a little Micra into the Autodoc app, and we're just going to literally just search clutch. So bang, straight in there, £83.99 for a full clutch kit there, Ridex kit. If we just want the friction plate, £49.99, because we have already got the slave on the way. So it is fantastic value. If we add just the pressure plate there, we can get a slave for £33.99. We've got the transmission fluid for just about £8.29. Really good value for money. It's got all the recommended bits and bobs that we might want to buy at the same time. Super easy to use. Now if I use the coupon Chops Garage, I get an extra discount on top. There you go, 5% coupon applied. Bargain. So make sure you get straight on, download that Autodoc app to your phone, and be sure to use the code CHOPSGarage when you're buying items to make sure you get a 5% discount and to support the channel. And I say you will find the prices absolutely brilliant. You'll find everything you need on there to get your car serviced, to do repairs on it, all that kind of stuff. Really is the easiest app in the world to use as well. So get it downloaded now. So we got the Caddy in, the customer's gone off with the loan car. Seems I was wrong, and it is an external slave cylinder on the 1.6s, which we've got here somewhere. So yeah, here's a slave cylinder. So that's what pushes the clutch fork in and out on your car so you can get your gears. And according to the RIC man, this one has, the one in this car has failed or is leaking because he managed to get bleed it enough for them to be able to drive it again. So it's going to live down here somewhere on the side of the box, which means getting this airbox out of the way. So VW Caddy van warranty claim we had from the customer, dropped it off last night. We gave him the I-10. We got straight on it this morning, or Pete's got straight on it this morning. Got the replacement one in, £35, £40 I think for the slave. We're not entirely convinced the RAC man that Diagnosis has got it right. We might be wrong, but there didn't seem to be anything obviously wrong with the slave. But it was easy to get to, it was cheap, so we've popped it in and we'll see how we get on. Boat back together, see how we go on. But the customer I think will be pleased to see that we've turned it around as quickly as we have. So while Pete's putting that back together again, I'm just giving the Kia Rio a quick clean off before it's picked up for the customer. I just drove it down the road and back, put some fuel in it for 20 quid in the tank. I like the cars to go out with a decent amount of fuel in them. And just giving it a wash off from that trip. We've done rear tyres on it, we've done oil and filters on it for them as well, service. And it'll be nice to start getting some of the cars that are sold out the door rather than having them sitting around here. And obviously the cash, already replaced those cars with other cars, so it'd be nice to have the cash back in the bank. So test drive the Caddy now that the new slave's in it. It's only 29,000 miles on this. Ooh, stupidly low miles. It had a clutch before, but perhaps it didn't fit slave. Pete thinks it might be the master. He couldn't see anything obviously wrong with the slave at all, so I'm going to go for a test drive and we'll see how I get on. So test drive went okay. I've got a sneaky feeling it would go okay anyway, though. I think if we've got a problem with this slave with the master with a slow leak, that it's going to take a while before it kicks back in again. But the diagnosis they were given by the RSC was a slave. We've replaced the slave. I've done a test drive and it drives all right, so we'll just to see where it is from here. If we know it does go again, we'll know it is the master. The RAC did offer to fit it for them there and then, which meant that obviously if they had got it wrong, presumably they'd be liable for any future repair, but I just didn't know how much they were going to charge them, so they brought it here instead. Anyway, I'm going to give it a wash off for them. I don't like hand cars back dirty, so we're going to give it a quick wash and give them a ring and let them know it's ready. So there we go, all cleaned up, ready for pickup for the customer. Now, again, we're 2.5 months, nearly 3 months into the sale. Could I argue that the clutch slave was fit for purpose at point of sale? Yes, I could, especially on a car that is, what, 15 years old? But this is a good marketing opportunity. If I turn this around quickly for the customer and I've given them a wash of their car, the PR that should do for the business in this local area should get me my money back plus some. Why pay Auto Trader 150 quid a car if I can get somebody out there raving that I am the person to do business with? Now obviously if people come in with an attitude on, they give it the old, I've got my kids in the back of the car, I can't believe this has happened. You're less inclined to want to do things for them. So my top tip is be nice to dealer, be reasonable. Don't lay it on ultra thick, because if you do that with me, I'm more likely to do less for you, to be honest. Like I say, this may well still end up coming back for the master cylinder, possibly if the RSC guys got it wrong. But for the moment, I think we've got a lot of brownie points with our customer, I would have thought. Now, some of you may recall, if you've got good memory, that we ordered a bonnet for a Golf a while ago, and we asked for it to be painted in the colour, which was a big risk because we were worried it would come here and it would be a poor match. Well, what we've done here is tried the same company again to see if we strike it lucky twice. So we've got a brand new wing here for our Fabia outside. It's got a very damaged wing and we've had it painted in the colour. So first look, we'll look at the finish, which is bloody lovely. There is absolutely zero orange peel in that. How they've managed to achieve that, I do not know. Better man than me's painted that, probably with proper equipment. Yeah, seems to be in good condition. Let's go and check how the colour matches. Camera is always a tough test, so you'll have to take my word for it. I mean, initially as I'm walking towards it, it doesn't look good, I have to say. But let's have a quick look, because if I have to pay for it twice, it will not be good, because It's really difficult to tell actually. It's really difficult to tell. So anywhere I can put it up against that wing mirror cap. That's really difficult to tell. We're going to have to get it inside and get it on. Get it bolted on and we'll see. Because if I have to pay for this to be blended in after having paid for it to be painted in the first place, it won't be good because that'll be double bubble. But it is always a risk buying a panel. Even just painting a panel on a car without actually blending into the other panels can always be a bit of a problem. It's really, really difficult to tell. Normally you can tell pretty much straight away, but we'll get it on the car and we'll see. I mean, initially this is looking a bit more grey than the gold on the car. You can see that. I mean, in that light it looks really bad, but in real life it's harder to tell. Well, the wing is on the Fabia and I think they've done a pretty good job. It's not absolutely, I mean the camera's making it look more different, but in real life you really would be hard pressed to tell the difference. There's always a risk just doing, like I say, one panel on its own. It looks more different here, I say on camera, it does in real life, but I think, yeah, I think that is fine. So we've just got to go on and do the other bits of paint on this now and make a nice little car. That really frugal little commuter with its diesel engine. Last minute and I think first time ever of cleaning the Range Rover before I do the Range Rover challenge with Jamie tomorrow. We're taking it to a specialist to find out who they think bought the best Range Rover. Not cleaned this car the entire time I've had it. I always find it funny when people in the comments say, oh, you buy it for status, this and the other. This is used like a van. I throw wheels in the back of it, take it down, engine parts, all sorts, just to clean the seat off because it had gearbox oil on it from me hopping in and out after putting the gearbox in the Micra. So don't tell me it's a status symbol thing. I just bloody love them. They're just super, super comfy cars. Anyway, it's probably going to pour with rain tomorrow, so cleaning it is going to be a waste of time. But I wanted to do it before I took it there and see how we pit ourselves against Jamie's car. Good news, the latest Chops Garage raffle is here, and this time we have this 2014 220 CDI Coupe. It's the AMG Premium line. So really nice spec wise, these wheels look fantastic on this car. We also have a pan roof, really well cared for car. We've got 9 service history records for it. We'll be putting a brand new MOT on it for the sale for the new winner, and we'll probably do on and filter service on it as well if it's due. We'll double check. I think it probably is. Inside is absolutely lovely. This drives beautifully. I've used this quite a number of times, automatic with the half leather and the suede. Like I said, the full pan roof there, it drives absolutely beautiful. I drove this for a good number of days and no concerns at all with the drive. Drives absolutely lovely. These 220 CDIs, the 2.1 diesel, is renowned for being a really good engine. You get fantastic performance, but you get great fuel economy, and they are really reliable as well. So I'll put a link in my bio or the video description, whichever platform this is on. Tickets will only be £2 a ticket. We're going to run it to New Year's Day, so everyone will find out on New Year's Day whether they've won the car or not. Like I say, it's only going to be £2 a ticket, and you've got to be in it to win it. So get yourself involved.